All right, there's the old drive shaft. Remember my new carrier bearing, my new U-joint that's kind of iffy with them tack welded washers kind of holding it all together. Never could get rid of the vibration. Never could figure out why they used a two-piece. Well, I went and had a one-piece made. Okay, he chopped the end off of that one to use on here, there, and then I took him this one off another drive shaft I had. Had to buy a couple of inserts. He said this drive shaft's good for about 150 miles an hour. He said if we put a skinny one on it, that long, the wall thickness will be too thin and it'll get too many harmonics at high speeds and it'll basically explode. So he went ahead and made me one. He did the calculations on his little calculator and he said this one here is good to well over 100 miles an hour. So we're going to go ahead and put our other CV joint on. We're going to clean that shaft up, which is already pretty clean. Get under there and clean the mating surfaces up. And get ready to put this thing back together. Let's see it. I went ahead and took the back of my car apart. Not so much looking for more leaks. What I did is I took the rubbers off of here to go here and I soak them down with silicone, makes them swell back up. And I had one taillight. It would always fog up after it rains. Come to find out the taillight where they glued the lens on had a crack in it and it had a little bit of water in it all the time. So we went ahead and RTV'd that crack all the way around. And then we got the thing sitting out here on the hood of the car, actually. You can see it. Sitting in the sun trying to dry out what's left of the water that's in it, what's moisture that's in it. The two taillights and the bumper cover is like 10 minutes worth of work. And somebody made the comment about my sunroof drains, okay, are causing my leaks. There they are, okay. Oh, you can't see them because I got no light. But if you look right there, that brown tube, it goes down there. It's glued into the sunroof tube that go, the rubbers that go out the thing. That's like the first thing I done when I got this car is, glued those. Did the same. You remember the videos where I took the doors off and I went and done those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to order me a new computer. And I'm going to do what Volkswagen should have done a long time ago. There's a rack right there that's for stereo equipment that this car didn't have the option for. CD changer, extra amps right there. I'm going to snip this. I'm going to lengthen it 2 feet. I'm going to glue it with some double face insulated tape up behind this panel. And I'm going to put it in this shelf. And we won't have no more water problems, even if I get any water in here. I don't think I will, because I think I've, found my water leak, which was right down there. And we seam sealed everything. My cat just ran in here. You better get his ass out. Get! He'll go back there and tear in the Christmas stuff that's in bags. But anyway, there's my drive shaft. I'm going to stick my drive shaft on, see how it works. I may be able to market those drive shafts for these all-wheel drive cars, because that is a major defect with these things, is these drive shafts. Just an absolute nightmare. All right, while we got that off, we got the other one off down there. I went ahead and took the cage apart. Cleaned this one up. This is what you got. A cage, the spline shaft, and 6 ball bearings. Then you have to go find some of this ultra rare CV grease, which you can get anywhere, Advanced Auto. It's not that hard to get this cage back in. If you notice, there's 2 big space, 2 big space, 2. So you have to get that in the same configuration. So see, I've got that here. That don't go there like that. That goes like that. And then you just line your cage up. And then you spin this up like this and drop the ball in. The ball goes in where my thumb is, and it'll fall right in. And we'll try to pop them in one at a time and show you. And then you know, grease everything up really well. I wish I had a way to hold this camera up so you could see, but I don't. So these are actually easier than a CV joint. CV joints, you know, come out kind of hard. This one here, actually, you just roll that cage up like that, pop the ball bearing out, just go all the way around, and they go in basically the same way. So we're going to go ahead and get some gloves on, because this grease makes a mess, and we'll get putting this thing together. It's in and bolted up. What I did is I put it on a jack stand up front to keep the drive shaft up as close as I could, bolted it to the back, and then stuck it on the front. The only thing is, I wish he'd have made it maybe 3/16 of an inch shorter, but it actually is no big deal. What it is that snout, that threaded spline that sticks off the front, has a snap ring on it. With the drive shaft all the way collapsed, up in the front, there's a kind of like a ring that U-joint or that CV joint kind of sits in. It holds it centered, almost kind of like a car rim type of deal. And that snout hit on the edge of it, which was no big deal. All I had to do was stick a screwdriver in there and pry it. You know, it was little to no effort to pry it, the snout past that lip. Once you get it past the lip, you know, then, you know, the drive shaft will slide back and forth plenty. But, you know, you can see what kind of shape this thing is in. There's no rust on it. That's just red mud. That's all red mud from my driveway. Fancy dual exhaust. This thing's loud as hell. It's kind of tight over there. Kinda. It's not bad. You can't stick your hand up there, but it's not going to rub on nothing. And you can stick your hand on this side, but you can't stick your hand on that side. No big deal. I mean, you can see how much room there is. I think that thing's going to work out perfect. Perfect. No more vibration. Hopefully. God, I'm sick of the vibration in this car. It's just always like a bad U-joint. You know, you're afraid to go fast. You're afraid to take it anywhere. You're afraid the freaking drive shaft's going to come through the floor and kill you. Just always something. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of 3/8 inch nuts on those 2 hanger studs right there. There's one there and one there. And then I'll put the 5/16 nuts on them. I won't cut them off, just in case. And then we'll go ahead and start putting the rest of it back together. I should have it back together today. The exhaust takes a half hour to put on, you know. It's just slip joints. Those are just slip joints up there. 2 bolts on each side for the hanger. The exhaust is all one piece welded. And then the bumper cover and taillights and stuff, and then that's it. Alright. This first time it's been started in what, 2.5 weeks. Great. Battery light, there it goes. All right. Yeah, brakes are rusty from sitting. See how this thing goes here. See how smooth it is. I don't know, at 45 miles an hour, believe it or not. Speed here in a second. Starting to rain finally today. That's 55 miles an hour, just smooth as glass. I'll put the camera right there, you can see. That's sitting on the dash. Perfect. Just absolutely perfect. That's the biggest improvement I think I've ever made to this car.